They said it couldn't be done. It could not be done. Yet only the brave did it. Only the brave had better looking special effects on their fire than Baywatch. Yes, you heard me right. Better than Baywatch. Now that's insane, ain't it? Yeah, it's really unbelievable, ain't it? Just so you guys know, I did something a little different with this review where I recorded my initial reaction right after the movie in my car, and that won't come till after my rating, but this movie just hit me in a really interesting way, and I just had to share about it right then and there. So Only the Brave is basically about Miles Teller's character and how he's basically a deadbeat. Like, he has nothing good going on in his life. He's in drugs in a really bad way. He has no job, and then he finds out he's going to be a father. And that's where he makes this turn in his life where he wants to better himself and actually provide for his family. So he wants to join Josh Brolin's wildfire fighting team. And obviously he makes it because the primary thing of this movie is wildfires, and it does that pretty well. And not to mention that this movie's based off a true story, and man, I gotta say, I got a newfound respect for these people called hotshots. The performances in this movie are really good. Some of them play really likable characters. However, some of them play characters that you wouldn't quite expect going into this movie. I know it kind of caught me off guard. They're just kind of different. I just wasn't expecting that. Which isn't necessarily a bad thing. However, I can say that Miles Teller and Josh Brolin are the two standout performances in this movie. Now, they're not like earth-shattering or anything like that, but they are the best in this movie, at least in my opinion. However, they're also the ones that get the most screen time. This movie's about a decent sized amount of people, and so it's kind of hard to give development to all these different people, and some of them don't get hardly any development at all. And then the editing didn't really seem all that great at times, because especially towards the beginning, it just felt like there was like scenes missing. Like, I would have expected there would be more time spent on that, but then there wasn't, especially even some of these big events, at least you would think would be big events. There's just like hardly any time spent on them. And then there's other times where the time lapse, it just doesn't really work all that well, because then like you're at this day and then a couple days all of a sudden go by and you're like, oh, I didn't realize that happened until you said that or something like that. And so it felt like there was stuff missing. I honestly wouldn't have minded if this movie was like 15 to 30 minutes longer, because it could develop some of the characters just a little bit more or something. And then the scenes, it just felt like some of them were missing. And that's the biggest part right there. It's just like, wait, what? Why didn't we spend more time on that? This movie honestly felt like it tried to put too much into this 2 hour and 15-minute movie. Like, some of it worked out really well, like really, really well. And then some of it is just like, wow, that time lapse though. But overall, it made for a pretty interesting story about these true life heroes. Now let's talk about this ending for a second. This ending is really, really good. Like, this movie gets really intense in its last like 30 minutes, and man, I really like that kind of thing, and it pulls it off really well. I mean, the ending to this movie makes the entire movie worthwhile. It makes it really good. Like, throughout the movie, I was thinking, maybe 5, 6 for this movie. Then the ending happened, and I'm like, whoa, that had a major impact on me. Maybe like a 7 or 8. So I'm still kind of going back and forth on it, but I think I've made my decision. So I'm going to give Only the Brave a 7 out of 9. It would be worth seeing at full ticket price. So let me be clear real quick. The little video I did after the movie doesn't have any spoilers or anything like that, but you may be able to insinuate some stuff, or at least maybe speculate, or make your mind wander where you're like, I wonder if that's what happened, or something like that. So, I mean, like, I don't want to ruin the experience for you or anything like that, so I kind of just wanted to warn you ahead of time. So, I mean, if you just want to skip on that part for now, just in case, then I completely understand that. But, I mean, if you want to come back afterwards, I really appreciate it. So I don't normally do something like this, but I decided to do something like this now. Sorry for the poor lighting and possibly the shaky cam, because I'm just holding it with my hand. But I just got out of Only the Brave, and this movie hit me a lot harder than I was expecting. In fact, I've never, at least not that I can think of, I don't think I've ever cried so much after a movie. It hit me kind of hard, and I mean, I was in the auditorium of like only 6 people, and I was trying to hold it in, and I held some of it back, but I still was had tears going down my face. I was breathing real hard, and I could hear the people behind me sniffling and stuff like that. This movie, it's got a kind of a bumpy start a little bit in my opinion, but the ending really hit me. It really did. And I really recommend this movie. I don't know if this movie will hit you as hard as it did me, but it's a really good movie, and I definitely recommend you guys to go check it out. I hope you guys enjoyed that little clip, and let me know in the comments if you did, because maybe I'll do something more along those lines where I just do like my initial thoughts right off the bat, just like a small little take, something like that, maybe a little shorter even. I'm really not for sure. Just let me know in the comments if you enjoyed it. So thank you all very much for watching this, and if you enjoyed this, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel to see more content like this. And remember, no movie is a perfect 10 out of 10. God bless you all.